Ode to Belzec. Auschwitz, Buchenwald, Dachau, names so familiar, names of interest, where the curious, each for his or her reason, go to view, to ponder and reflect, and the few that are left go to mourn. They tour the edifices of men's twisted cruelty, and they pay homage before the erected obelisk. Mauthausen, Majdanek, Treblinka, somehow in the still of the night, when in the nocturnal visitations, the tormented souls of your inhabitants offer solace to each other, they have the comfort of past days' calls of consolation. But not so you, Belzec. You lie forlorn in the remoteness of a hostile soil of eastern Poland, unwanted and forgotten by the world. Somewhere where the long, lonely railroad tracks mark the paths leading to endless solitude, tracks of no return. Fields of wild flowers of unusual beauty cover the hollow ground. Trembling birches and slender weeping willows sway in the eternal wind. The solitary visitor to this Makom, the sacrosanct place. Like a possessed dervish does the wind perform spiral convolutions, coiling itself around a singular deserted monument, the lonely Metzaiva marking the tortured demise of 600,000 of our beloved kin. Occasionally, this invisible but also evident Ruach, the same one that was present when Almighty created heaven and earth and declared it to be good. That same Ruach, that same wind, turns its anger into a storm, and in accord with the earth upheaves the bleached bones of the victims, crying for a proper burial. And daily, the same gale that parted the waters when the 600,000 crossed the Red Sea reigns over the bones and ashes of the 600,000 martyrs that perish here on Kiddush Hashem. There are no songs of victory and thanksgiving by Miriam and Moses, only the earth's piercing wailing of the innocent souls of little Jewish children. O merciful and merciless Ruach, were you there when they were driven to their martyrdom in the crowded cattle cars in the sweltering heat of the Polish summer? Did you force yourself through the cracks of their living coffins? Did you give comfort to their trembling, emaciated bodies? Did you offer hope for their paralyzing fears? Did you touch the lovely face of my mother? Did she hold my little brother close with her? Do you remember the distinct features of the best that the Polish Jewry had to offer, including the signs of my hometown Krakow? Did you turn your howling foes into a gentle zephyr at the sight of the saintly faces of the wise and pious? Where did you carry the last cry of the indestructible faith, Shema Israel? O ever-present Ruach, they say that you carried the flames from above the Temple Mount when it was destroyed. That you lifted them on the wings of the mournful and the weeping of the faithful. Yet you have left the spark of evil that, fanned by ages of ignorance and hatred, burst into an all-consuming Shoah. O wind, do you weep? Do you whine and sorrow when you visit the places of destruction? Is there a special note in the tone of your lamentation when you visit Belzec, that melancholy deserted shrine of suffering and torture? Do you bemoan the abandonment of those souls by remembering their anguish? At this season of mourning, when you encircle them with your shroud of tender pity, comfort them, console them, and we, the fortunate, for the sake of our souls and the souls of all who perished, in silent reverence shall utter our prayers. We shall have the children of the future. Remember the children whose future was denied them and was terminated in the most cruel way. We shall bow our heads and resolve that Belzec, though you might have been abandoned and neglected, you shall never be forgotten. Amen.